Hey traders, this is Jack and welcome to your Friday update. So let's talk about the market this week, talk about what happened, and I'm going to give you my take on basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for next week. So we have here daily chart on the right hand side, nice little movement, a little bit of a start to the reversion to the mean quite possibly for next week, which would mean trading back down to about 4100. There's a fire line here. There's also a quant pivot level. The L1 is 4153. Now personally, I don't think we're going to stop there if we get to that point. I think 4100 is more kind of in the area of what I'm expecting. I'm going to show you a chart why. It's this one right here. 4100 is right down here perfectly to where this little liquidity pool is. That's just one chart that just has no indicators on it. It's just got your little initial balance, but you can see the volume here. If I go to this flex grid on the left hand side, it gets even more interesting because not only do you have bearish momentum on the daily time frame on SPX, but this dark blue line right here is my daily 200 SMA. And it is underpriced. Look what happened last time we got into the March 200 SMA right here. And then you think, well, all right, we're under it officially, right? That kind of acts as a ceiling. Last time between March and April, we rallied and made a new high up to about 4650, and then we kind of, came back down. Do we need to be cautious on the downside? No, I think we need to be cautious on the upside. And once we have a move back down to about 4100, definitely want to come in and step in and be buying this, or at least being more bullish in September after the market does what it typically does, which is a reversion to the mean. The other side of the coin here, and I do mean the coin or the dollar, because the dollar index has been rallying from 100 and higher, and now it's back to 108, almost making a double top into the previous highs that we had in July. Now, what happens here? Well, what happens if the squeeze fires to the long side on the dollar index? What typically happens to equities whenever this happens? Strong dollar, equities sell off a little bit. All right. Here's some more for you. So if you look at this put call ratio for hedge, this just kind of is a chart that tells me, hey, it's not a bad idea to start putting on bearish positions. Now on a Friday, whenever the NASDAQ is down 260 points, you could say, Jack, you're late. And I'm saying, I think this is just getting started. So it's not like the skew's above 135. If it was, I'd be a little bit more cautious, but I am expecting more selling. And that would also mean things that you've probably been tracking, like Tesla to go above 900. I think it has to retest 840 before it goes back into 860. And there's also kind of a weird situation where you have a snow line at the 830 area and you have a fire line down at 790. So that would be a wicked move if we go straight down and then start to squeeze and maybe reverse and start to push higher. That's later whenever I'll expect something like 1,000 and targeting that fire line way up here. But we're not even close to that. It's just kind of giving you an idea of what I'm thinking about how to trade this market after we're finished trading it lower and after the SPX has actually reverted to the mean right here. And that's, it's pretty conservative to say SPX at 4150 whenever you're at 4228 on a Friday, but I'm also expecting things like 4100, which is the daily 100, and then the stops below there just give them 40, 50 points. So expecting 4050 to somewhere around 4080 for next week if we can get it. From there, definitely want to take a look at daily time frames to see if we can start to compress and find some support, and then off on our way to attempting to trade a bull market for September. I hope we can get it. So far, so good with all of the analysis from this week. My last Friday video talks about the coming up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We talked about the selling that we were probably going to see. So we're in lockstep right now. So you're catching us in a moment where we're really in tune with the market. And if we can get a lot of selling over the next earlier part of the week, I'd love to come in and buy this market going into September. So it's kind of weird whenever you have a put call ratio on a Friday. After all Friday, it's been basically under 0.7. Now all of a sudden it starts out the morning at 1.07 and ends up at 0.93. So what does that mean? Could we see a short squeeze rally very similar to what we had last week? Yes. Am I expecting it to happen soon? No. I'm expecting more speculators to just come on in, try to short this thing, and that might make sense for a short amount of time, but I would love to be on the back end of that going into September and seeing if we can start a little bit more of a short squeeze rally for September monthlies or earlier. Would even entertain the first week of September. Why not? So we'll see how it goes. Y'all have a great weekend. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to like and comment down below to help us out. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release our next video. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com to learn how to sign up. Good trading, and we'll see you in the next video.